Hello, everybody. My name is Brian. We're going to be going over the Group Benefits Quoting Tool. This will allow you to quote Medicare supplements on a day-to-day basis and provide you an easy-to-use tool to find the best products for your clients. What the screen you're seeing here in front of you is the original screen when you get into the tool, and you can do a couple different things from this screen. The first thing is you can start running a quote by clicking Run Quote here for Medicare Supplement, or you can also contact support. So if you have questions in regards to you're having issues with your account, you have questions about the companies you're seeing and maybe a rate or two that you're seeing or a feature on the tool that you're not familiar with, you can contact support and you can get an easy and fast response using that button there. So from the screen, to begin running quotes, all you have to do is click Run Quote next to the Medicare Supplement tab, and it'll bring up the quote screen. From here, you just need to enter in a couple different demographics about the person you're trying to run a quote for. First, you need to enter in their zip code, and the zip code will then, the system will then allow, based upon the zip code, it'll show you the county or counties that you're in, as well as the city and state. You'll then be able to select an age, a gender, a tobacco status, and the plan you wanted to look at. We're going to default to Plan F, but as you can see there, we have all the different types of plans available. You can also sort by price, which is what we default to, meaning we'll put it cheapest to most expensive. But if you'd rather see it by rating or alphabetically, you can choose to sort the list that way. Second to last thing here is the effective date. So you can choose to run the effective date with today's date, or if you wanted to see a future date in April or a May rate, you can do so by adjusting that field there. The last thing here is the client label, and this is if you wanted to personalize the quote. This is optional, but if you wanted to print the quote off, or you wanted to email this quote to somebody and you wanted to put their name on it, you can personalize the quote here by typing in their name. So we'll go ahead and press Get Quote here. It's going to pull a female, 65-year-old non-tobacco Plan F in the Omaha zip code that I typed in for John Smith. I'll kind of go over all the different features associated with this screen. We'll start at the top here. This top box here is your Quick Quote screen. So rather than having to click back and forth when you wanted to change maybe a plan or you wanted to change the tobacco status or the age, you can just do it here. So if you wanted to switch to G, if you wanted to go male to female, 65 to 69, etc., you can do that from this screen rather than having to click back and forth. If you do want to start brand new fresh, you can just click this new button here and it'll bring you back to the previous screen. Down below here you can see the different quote boxes that we have. It'll give you the price per month, the company that price corresponds to, the household discount and the policy fee. And so if it does apply for household discount or policy fee, we'll label it. We'll also give you some more company information here. We'll let you know if there's a parent company, the AM Best and S&P ratings, if applicable. We'll let you know if it's an attained age, an issue age, or a community-rated policy. If it has rating classes, if it's tiered or different underwriting classes, we'll label that there. And then we'll also show you the effective date and the years in the market. So the rate we're looking at on today's date of March 17th, you know you're looking at the effective date of these rates was 4/1/2015. Down below each of the quote boxes there are three different buttons. One is the plan details, and what this will go over is it's just a benefit chart of this particular plan. So it'll show you what the services are, what Medicare will pay, what this plan pays, and then what the client would pay. Because this is Plan F, it's all zeros, and so this will adjust depending on the plan that you're looking at, and this can also be printed off if you wanted to hand this to a client if they were curious as to what this plan involved or wanted to compare different plans' benefits. The other two buttons here in regards to the applications. The first is electronic application, and so any company that currently has an e-app capability, we have their e-app link on our website. And so if you wanted to go ahead and submit the business electronically, all you would need to do for Equitable, for Aetna, etc., is just click this electronic application button. It will then direct you to the e-app login page where you can log in and submit the business. The second application button here is just simply the PDF application if you wanted to print that off or send it to somebody and wanting to view the application or fill it out. Over here on the left-hand side, we have it's kind of a toolbar. We have a few different options. The first are the compare quotes. To compare the quotes, let's say you wanted to do 2 or 3 side by side rather than looking at this full list. All you need to do is click the company name. It will then allow those to turn green. And you can see up above here, the compare quotes box has enlarged with the companies you've selected. And then you just need to click compare quotes. It'll put these side by side, of which you can then print or export to PDF if you wanted to email this feature out. It allows you to kind of narrow down your results, but also kind of give a different view than what you're seeing below here. In addition to the compare, we also have the exports. And so this will do 3 different things. One is the print. And so if you wanted to print this off, this screen, what you're looking at directly in front of us, you can click this print button. And the difference between the print and the PDF is the print button will strip out all the color. And so if it's printer friendly, to make sure that we're not using up all your ink, and it'll put it in a nice printer friendly format. Second button here is the PDF, and so if you wanted to export this to PDF, to save it to your computer, to email, to attach to an email, to send it to somebody, you can do so here with this PDF export. And then the last thing is the Excel export. And so we do have users that like just to see the raw data, and so if they wanted to just export the data that they're seeing here into an Excel document, they can do so. Below that, we have an Adjust Your View section. And the first box is this Expand and Contracted Quotes. This is the expanded view. However, if you wanted to see a simpler view, you can simply uncheck that, and we'll just give you the price and the company name. And so this is if you didn't want to confuse the client, or you just wanted to show them the price and the company. You can choose to shrink it down and be able to show companies that way. Next thing is the Apply Discounts. This is if you wanted to apply this 7% household discount to the price. And so if you click Apply Discounts, the prices will adjust. The company rankings in terms of price may adjust. 2 may go to 3, 3 may go to 2, etc., depending on how big their household discount is and if they have one. Third thing down is an annual rate, and so this is pretty self-explanatory. If you'd rather see the annual rate versus the monthly, you can click that, and we'll show you the annual prices. Fourth thing down is the market analytics, and this has the most information. It has 3 different demographics that we go over. The first is the age increases. So for attained age policies, each year the insured gets older, what they're paying today, and then what they'll pay in future years based upon their age. Currently, what the increase is for those attained age policies. The second is the increase history, and so since 2010, which is when they modernized the plans, we've been tracking this data, and this will show you each year or each time that company has adjusted rates, the date that they have changed those rates, and the percentage of change. And this is state and plan specific. The last thing here is market data, and this is essentially NAIC information. This is the financials that the company has self-reported to the commission, and this gets updated once a year. And it'll show you lives insured, premiums earned, loss ratios, and market share, both on a state and national level for this state and plan. That's the market analytics. And then the last thing is select plans. And so if you are running a quote in a zip code with plans that has a select option, and you engage the select plan feature, it will then show a select identifier here below the rate, letting you know that you are looking at a select plan. Moving on in terms of the underwriting, this is the look-back periods for each one of the companies. And so we take these directly off the applications themselves. And so if you are dealing with somebody outside their open enrollment or GI period, and they have to go through underwriting, you can find out which companies make sense for them, not just based upon price, but also upon their medical conditions. So you can choose to scroll through all the different conditions, or you can search. But let's say, for argument's sake, you're dealing with somebody that happened to have a heart attack. You click heart attack. Below each one of the companies, it will then populate the look-back periods. So it'll say heart attack, 2 years. Heart attack for Aetna Health and Life is 1 year, etc. And you can select multiple different conditions, and this will allow you to, like I said, define the best policy, not just based upon price, but based upon their health conditions. Below that, we have an additional filter quotes section. And so if you wanted to narrow down these results even more, if you only wanted to look at policies that contain a household discount, or you only wanted to look at policies without a policy fee, you can include these filters here, and it'll narrow down your results even more. Below that is just a couple of different things. The Plan F details and about the quote. The details button will just pull up the same details that we went over before. The About quote will kind of just explain what you're looking at here on the screen, and then of course the Contact Support button if you have additional questions that you want more that you want help on. To navigate out of the screen, you can use this bar here to go back to the dashboard, or you can go to the navigation button here and be able to click Contact Support or go back to the screen here. So in general, that's the tool. I hope that you enjoy using the tool and that it helps your day-to-day business and your quoting needs. I appreciate your time and have a great day.